I'm just not going to worry about it. Hey everybody, Luxinda Swirl here. Welcome back to my Paper and Other Obsessions channel. We're going to be working with resin today and some different colorants because I want to see what happens. I just received this collection. This is metallic airbrush color from the Jacquard brand. I want to see what this does. I have a suspicion from everything I've read online that this is very similar to this. This is my Daler-Rowney Pearlescent Acrylic Ink. I suspect these are similar, except this is probably runnier because it's diluted in order for it to go through an airbrush without clogging the airbrush tip. So I have these airbrush colors, these iridescent or pearlescent acrylic inks, and these lunar pastes, which are very thick. So we basically have 3 levels of colorant that gets a pearlescence or an iridescence from mica in 3 different consistencies. And I want to put these into 3 different silicone molds, let them dry, and then pour resin on top and demold to see what happens. I suspect all 3 are going to end up embedded in the resin, and I picked trays because once we demold them, I can easily turn them over and add a final layer of protective clear resin just in the base of the tray. You know, it's funny, for all the equipment I do have, which is a crap ton, I don't have palette knives. Go figure. Of all the things I should have some palette knives, but I don't. So I'm going to use popsicle sticks. This is my favorite color in the universe here. This is called Tropical Tango. This is called Slippery When Wet. It's beautiful gold, and the beautiful blue is Clear Skies. And I think I'm going to use this mold. So we have the structural support thing here that conveniently divides this into 3. So I'm going to sort of work with it. I'm not going to do anything particularly fancy, but we'll get some texture. That's interesting looking. Now things get a little trickier here because these are going to move around. And if some of them end up down in the rim areas, I'm not gonna worry about it. What color is here? I'm just gonna stick with colors I love because I can. Since these have mica in them, they need to be shooken. These are gonna run, so I'm gonna try and keep them in the middle. And if they run somewhat, that's not a big deal. This blue is Blue Azure. The green is called Waterfall Green. I'll link to everything below. The purple is Moon Violet. The gold is Autumn Gold. I dare not breathe because this will go as soon as the surface tension is shot. And lastly, we have our airbrush colors. It does say water-based. That's why I think it's an acrylic product. All right, we do not have the same color options for this set. So I'm just going to pick some. Metallic True Gold. We do have a blue. This is metallic blue. We'll do metallic silver. Apparently they have BBs in them, I've heard. Yep, there it goes. Yeah, this is behaving a lot like the pearlescent acrylic ink so far. Just an FYI, I don't want to turn the camera, but I just discovered that the blue that I shot across the room and onto my wall does wipe off with a baby wipe. That's a plus. Some of these appear to come clogged, others don't. Okay, so for the fourth color, we'll go with the metallic copper. Okay, we have our 3 molds. They have 3 water-based acrylic colorants in them. We will let them dry and then we'll pour some resin in and we'll see what we get. So stay tuned. And we're back. Okay, as you can see for yourself, things did not dry exactly where we left them. These 2 did. So when I saw that this one didn't, I was really surprised because I thought these were pretty similar. I don't know if the pan was just the slightest bit off level or just this corner of the pan was or what. This one didn't move, so I would have thought everything was fine. But when I came back an hour later after ending the last piece of the video you just saw, things had moved around, and I thought to myself initially, oh, I wonder if I should try and fix this. But then I figured I would just make a total mess of it, and I thought, you know what, we'll let it dry and we'll go ahead with the plan and we'll see what it looks like anyway. It could still be gorgeous. We will find out. Initially, I thought I was going to do black for all 3 in terms of the color of the resin, but I'm not entirely sure now. I think I'm going to do white for these 2 and black for this one. I'm going to mix up about 14 ounces of resin because I think that'll be about right. And into the resin I use for this set, which will be about 8 of those 14 ounces, I'm going to mix some Bright from Peachy Olive Glitters and some Super Sparkle White Diamond Mica Powder from WholesaleSuppliesPlus.com. And into the black one, I'm going to mix some Black Diamond Chunky and some Deep Space Ultrafine. Both are holographic glitters. And we'll see what we get. Just sit back and enjoy the show. And we're back. Okay, let's unmold these and see what happened. I have to tell you, after all of this, I'm pretty darn curious. That's pretty. I think that's beautiful. I actually like the way you can see some of the sparkles, the white sparkles. I think it would probably have been beautiful with the black glitter, but honestly, I think this is lovely. Next up, those are the lunar pastes. These are the iridescent acrylic inks, also absolutely gorgeous. Honestly, I think like these, it would have been even prettier if there were some gaps in between, but I specifically tried to cover the entire base area, so. And now this one. This is the one that went everywhere. And oh, it's still wet. It hadn't dried completely because it was down in the rim. Oh, poop. All right, well, this is going to be a mess. Let me put everything else aside. This is going to be a mess. Yeah, what a mess. Holy cow. Luckily, it's water-based. I can just go wash that out in the sink. I left all these for 2 days to dry after we put the different colorants in, so I'm a little surprised that it was still this wet. Even though it was down in the rim, I thought I would have given it enough time, but clearly I didn't. What a mess. So in retrospect, if I had gotten these, which are cool, I mean, I really like them. They're much smoother. This feels very smooth. This feels just a little textury. So that's where we are. I do have a couple other things just for entertainment purposes. I finished up a couple skull ashtrays. that's a cool one. I like him. The skull face isn't so cool on this one, but I like the red around the edges. Looks like blood. If I have time, I'll put some clear resin in just in the base of these and give you a sunshine shot. Thanks everyone. Stay safe. I'll see you in the next video.